Parker finish on the left lane. Ricky, who we saw last week with an outstanding performance, bowled a really good game against Chris Barnes. Didn't really get much out of it. He's probably very anxious to do the same thing today. Just a little bit better outcome. Comes in a little light, just leaves the 3-pin. Could have been a 3-7. Once again, these guys, when they let go of the ball, they're just begging it. Please, no split, no split. Just a little easy spare. That's all I want. And that's what he got.
Wants to take out the 3 after losing to Barnes, as you mentioned. Barnes' run to the final last week. At the 3, 224-218 was the score in that matchup in Albany. 4th place finish for Ricky Ward a week ago. 32 years old.
It'd be interesting to see what Parker is going to do on this right lane. He's played it a couple different ways. Leaves just the 6-pin. These guys are constantly looking for fresh oil. We call it chasing the oil. As left-handers, they're going to be nudging over to the right, looking for fresh oil with their ball to skill.
204-202 to score in the 4-ball match. 234-196 overall. Down goes the 6.
You know, a little something about Parker. Parker, known as one of the nice guys, you know, 3-time Steve Nagy award winner. But there was a time last year in the locker room. And the locker room is a place where the guys vent all their frustrations, bowling balls flying. Well, he had a bad week last year and he came in and threw his balls down. And all the guys in the locker room gave him a standing ovation because they'd never seen that. It was kind of comical.
First time for everything, right?
First time, yeah. There's a strike in the left lane. Good shot out there by Parker. Ricky Ward kind of, you know, been on the back burner for a few years to these guys. As we see Parker's ball going there, the 4-pin goes to the wall, snaps out the 7. Just a vintage Parker-Bohn strike. Easy pie.
Ricky Ward making an appearance on TV last week. First time in some 16 months he had made a television final.
There's a real pretty shot by Ricky. You know, confidence breeds confidence. When you go 16 months, you start doubting yourself, and you keep trying and plugging along, and when you finally make it, you know, that confidence is back again. Ricky Ward just gets a lot of leverage, a lot of rotation on the ball, and we're going to see just an absolutely perfect strike. Match all even after 2 frames.
His last title came in 1999, Reno, Nevada, so it has been a while. 4 career championships for Ricky Ward. In the pocket it goes.
Looks like he cut back on his speed just a little bit. You know, the guys that are really good can make those little feel moves. They can roll it just a little bit slower, just a little bit harder. It looks like he just eased up on his speed a little bit on the left lane. Got it to make a move.
Talked about that confidence with him before the match today. He said, look, I threw 10 of 11 really good balls in the match last week against Chris Barnes. He lost, but feels he played pretty well.
Oh, and Parker hit the 5-pin, but it stood back up. Sometimes they just don't fall the way you want, folks. We're gonna watch the ball just nick the 5-pin right there, but it stood right back up. Unlucky break for Parker.
You just never know with the pin action. What's going to happen? Wild deflections there. Easy pickup on the 5-pin for his spare. Coming up at Speedway in Phoenix, Arizona, the NHRA Checker Shucks Kragan Nationals. Hot Rod's biggest names, including John Force winner. 6 of the last 7 funny car events in Phoenix. We're also going to be there. Earlier on action, 2 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN, with the finals tonight at 6 p.m. on ESPN2. For more, log on to ESPN.com.
Parker on the left lane knew that was high when it came out of his hands. We saw the 4-6 momentarily. 6-pin fell at the last second. You know, as an opponent sitting down, you want to see your opponent go out there and struggle. You don't expect him to, but you certainly like it when he does. Routine spare for Parker. You know, Ricky's the kind of guy that he'll walk in and instead of saying good morning, he'll always have a one-line joke for you. Always. He's got some real good ones too. Now on the right lane can increase his lead to 20 pins or 21. Great shot out there by Ricky. He's playing two different lines. He's playing a little deeper on the right lane, trying to send it towards the gutter, but on the left lane, just a little bit more direct. It seems to be the tighter of the two. As we noted the last time, he just eased up on his speed a little bit to get the ball to make its move.
Really a fun-loving guy. He used to go out and fish, play golf down in Florida with his buddies when he's not on tour, busy with his bowling.
Mm-hmm. As most of the guys are here. You know, during our off season, we have so much off time, we can do anything we want. And he gets the light hit, the same one that Parker didn't do. All right, let's take a look at the right lane where Ricky's playing. We're going to watch the ball. That went from about the 15th board out to the 6th. Perfect result. And the left lane, closer to about the 7th board, all the way out to the 3rd board, and it still didn't make it up. Still didn't get quite solid.
Came in a bit high. Missed the pocket.
And we have the 2-7. We saw this earlier, which he made. He's going to have to do it again. Ricky's on a 4-bagger. This type of spare, folks, the less you hook it, the greater your odds are of making it. Just wants to touch it on the left side of the 2-pin, bounce it over to the 7, which he does perfectly. You know, we talked about oil earlier on in the match. We'll get back to that as soon as we see this. Just makes it absolutely textbook. Bounces it off the left side of the pin into the other pin. When you have 5 left-handers on the show, and they're all playing slightly different lines, and you're used to nudging over a little bit to the right to find fresh oil, well, occasionally you nudge into where another guy's been playing, and you got to make a bigger move.
Trying to make his move right there. His fiancée, Leslie Beamish, certainly loves that. Close match from Burlington.